It is officially game day, and we are taking on the Miami Dolphins tonight. So who better than TD Finstock to have on the show here on Jets Media? We're a few hours away from kickoff, but I wanted to have TD on here to preview tonight's game because both of us are 0-3, the Jets and the Dolphins. Unless there is a tie like last night, one of the Jets and the Dolphins will come away with their first victory of their season. TD, what's up, man?
Great day, man. Great day for football. I'm excited about tonight, but I'm also nervous. I'm very nervous, actually.
Why are you nervous?
Because we're the superior team than the Jets, but if we lose, it's going to be demoralizing. It's going to be really hurtful if we were to lose this game. We understand that it's any given Monday now, and we are home. So when you look at the element of being home, we know we're a better team.
How do you know you're a better team?
We
both
know
0-3. What metrics are you backing that off?
All right, Richie, let's not do this. We know.
No, we're doing it. You said you're easily the superior team, but what metrics are you basing that off of?
We have a better personnel. I'll put it like that.
According to what metric?
We have the better quarterback. We have the better receiving core. We have a better running back. And Darren Waller premieres tonight, so we probably got a better tight end. Y'all defense has been terrible, so no advantage there. I just think that we're the better team. So if we lose, it's going to really hurt, and that's what I'm nervous about.
So I would like you to tell Jets fans what about the New York Jets are you afraid of? If there's anything about the Jets that you feel like we have that could go out there tonight and get the job done that the Dolphins have to be prepared for. Justin Fields is officially the starting quarterback after Tyrod's filling in last week. What about the New York Jets do you feel like Dolphins fans should fear, if there is any?
You said it. That's the only guy, Justin Fields. He is the only guy on your team that I'm worried about tonight. Not because, he's this world beater and this and that, but the Dolphins have historically, I don't know what it is, not just now, but just period. We have always struggled with mobile quarterbacks. And those type of quarterbacks really throw what we try to do even now on defense. They throw it out of the window, and we have a rough time. I mean, when you even look at this regime, the last 3 years, it could be the worst team in the league, like the Tennessee Titans. It doesn't matter. Like for the last few years, when their quarterback starts running and doing things outside of what we plan for, it becomes a disaster and we lose. And Justin Fields, he has that potential, and that's what I'm concerned about. I remember when he was in Chicago, he ran all over us. We won on the last play of the game, but he gave us a run for our money the entire game. So when you look at a team like the Jets that has a good defensive personnel, they're not playing well, but the personnel is good. You don't want to play like that. You need to bottle him up right away, make him nervous, make him make mistakes, try not to let him get comfortable running the football. And you got to do that early and don't let him get off at any point because it can throw us off balance. And that's what we don't want in this game. So that's my biggest fear. I'm not worried about Garrett Wilson. He's going to get a few catches here and there because he's Garrett Wilson. I'm not worried about, all the big name guys. It's Justin Fields. That's why I was actually hoping y'all were going with Tyrod. And a lot of Dolphin fans are like, oh, yes, we got Justin Fields instead of Tyrod. They're thinking because Tyrod is a more well-rounded potential quarterback. But no, I know what's been hurting us every year and what really hurts us, and that's the mobile quarterback. Not just one that can move, one that can actually go get it. And I don't want him to rush for 100 yards tonight or we're losing.
Yeah, and if you are not even aware of this, TD, that game you're referring to that Justin Fields took on the Dolphins in Chicago, that is the most rushing yards from an NFL quarterback in history.
I don't even remember. How many was it?
It was like 170 something.
See,
the most rushing yards by an NFL quarterback in history in a regular season game. Ugh. And obviously the Jets are going to look at that. Now the Dolphins defense, then different personnel, different coach even running your defense. So it's not the same.
It was better
than the Jets. Yeah, the Jets are going to try to unleash that version of Justin Fields. And I think Jets fans are excited that Fields is the quarterback. Tyrod is very limited. You can argue Fields is limited. We saw two versions of Fields this season. We saw the best version of Fields in week 1, where he was making throws out of the pocket, within the pocket, using his legs. And then week 2, the Bills kind of looked at the film and they're like, okay, now we know how to shut him down, and they executed it perfectly, and Fields went from looking fantastic to literally terrible. So, like, which version of Fields are we getting tonight? We're hoping it's somewhere in between.
Well, I'll say this. That's what concerns me because let's not forget he also just had a week off.
Yeah,
clear his mind, clear the whole atmosphere, and just relax, And I knew when he showed up to practice, he was going to clear protocol, which means they were taking precaution even last week, making sure. But he's probably more relaxed, right back into that fresh week 1 form because we're just starting the season. I hope we don't get week 1 version, because if we do, man, Tua's got to be great. And that's where we have to win the game. Tua has to surgically pick the Jets apart, and we have to be able to run the football on the Jets. And that's where we're concerned because we have some issues on the O-line. Left tackle Patrick Paul has been phenomenal. Left guard Jonas Savaiinaea actually has been brutally bad.
Let's go, Quinnen. Wake up, Quinnen.
That is a concern. Aaron Brewer, hit or miss. And right guard, we don't even know which one they're going to pick for tonight. The trenches are going to be a deciding factor, but the Jets haven't been great in it. So we'll see. I don't know what to think. So that's
from a Jets perspective, defensively, my concern is the Jets have been bad against the screens and open field tackling, and we like to show our hand. No, I mean, what the Dolphins do, and we were there together last week, the Dolphins love to throw the ball horizontally, screen passes all the time, and my worry is that they're just going to keep relying on that, and it's up to the Jets to get their nose dirty, make the open field tackles, because what the Dolphins do have is speed, and if you're not able to make those open field tackles, they can burn you. Now, the Darren Waller element creates this mystery. We don't know how he's going to be utilized. I can already tell that he's just going to get swing passes. Maybe he'll open up over the middle. I hope the Jets can get pressure on Tua, because if Tua just gets the ball out fast, that compromised offensive line won't mean much. So it's up to Will McDonald, the Jets defensive line, to create that pressure. Now, how are the Miami Dolphins defensively against the run? Because what made the Jets offense so great week 1 against the Steelers was running the football. Breece Hall had over 100 rushing yards. That run game opened up Justin Fields' ability to be dynamic. How is the Dolphins against the run? Because without the running game, Justin Fields is not going to be able to be the Fields we saw week 1. That's what creates that version of Justin Fields, is establishing that run. So how have the Dolphins been against the run this year?
We haven't been dominant, but we've been solid. But I can't really gauge the run game, and here's why. A lot of teams just want to take advantage of our secondary. They want to poke at the secondary. They want to make an extension of the run with quick passes themselves. We were there last week with Josh Allen. He didn't throw the ball down the field, and they ran the ball here and there. They had better success in the first half, but we kind of like put a stop to it to a degree. But Josh Allen was dinking and dunking because that's their extension of the run against us. So it's hard to really gauge. Nobody's really put their foot on the pedal to try to just run. Because we've been solid in that area, and we have a vulnerability in the secondary that teams try to exploit. So, we haven't had like a true run game come just like destroy it. Now, week 1 wasn't great, but that's the first week. So, I think we're going to find out tonight, because there's no question the Jets are going to try. But again, you all are a weird team too, because as you try to run, you still got a mobile quarterback. So, what's truly a run game in a lot of the NFL now? So, yeah. It's hard to gauge.
I think Justin Fields coming back is definitely going to help out the run game element, because you got to worry about the zone reads. You got to worry about his legs, even when he drops back to pass. So it's going to be interesting to see. Now, are there any locks that you have tonight? As you all know, Sleeper is the proud sponsor of Jets Media. You guys can use the code JETS to get a $100 deposit match, up to $100. I have Justin Fields getting in the end zone through it with his legs. I think that's a lock. He had 2 rushing touchdowns week 1. Week 2, it was a mess. I think he's going to get in the end zone with his legs. Is there a lock from the Dolphins? Who do you have scoring for the Miami Dolphins that we should consider adding to our parlays tonight?
Yeah, I think you take a Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown tonight. I feel really great about that. And I'm going to be honest, Tyreek's probably going to go off tonight. So I would put him over 100 yards. No, I'm serious. I think that he's going to go off tonight. It's going to be a vocal point of our offense. But will everything else click? That's the issue. But I would take Tyreek Hill on sleeper, anytime touchdown, and possibly over on the yards, because here's where you get your value. His yardage hasn't been up, which is it's been suppressed. So the line is going to be down. But last week versus Buffalo, you saw he started to come to, and it's going to get better this week. So I would take the over on Tyreek's yards.
All right, over Tyreek yards for TD. I'm taking Fields anytime touchdown. You guys let us know your sleeper picks down below in the comments. And let's get into the final score prediction for this game, TD. You rock with your Dolphins, but what do you think the score is going to be?
This is a tough one. I'm going to have to go Miami 27. That's 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals. And I'm going Jets 17, 2 touchdowns and 1 field goal. So,
hater. Well, I'm going with the high-scoring game. I think that the Jets offense is going to go back to the Pittsburgh Steelers ways. I think, unfortunately, the Jets defense is still going to struggle tonight. I got a high-scoring matchup, 34 Jets, 31 Dolphins with the W, a game-winning field goal at the end in overtime.
Oh, stop it.
We're going to overtime tonight because Fields marches back. And it's a comeback, by the way. The Jets are going to be down during this game, and TD's going to be on his stream like
31-28.
Let's go. We got our first win. The Jets. And all of a sudden, the Jets going to come back. And the Jets are going to come back, and they're actually going to finish the job with a win and not have a fake comeback. 34-31 Jets in overtime.
So 31-31 overtime, and then y'all get a game-winning field goal.
Yes, sir.
You
heard it here first. You heard it here first. Well, TD, thanks for coming on the show. We shall see. Don't forget to check out TD's watch party, just like I'll be live during the game as well. And we'll see you on the AFC's roundtable as well. Let's go Jets. Thanks for TD to hopping on. See you next time. Peace.